those magazines tend to repeat themselves. I used to work for them, actually. Not one of my best moments. Not proud of. Not on my resume.
What was your best moment?
That's a good question. I interviewed Conan O'Brien one time. I loved that. Of course, that means I peaked when I was 23.
Didn't you ask him something weird?
Oh, lots of it was weird.
Yeah.
But it was such a process because this is back. I look back at myself and you know how people say, oh, you're just figuring things out in your 20s, you're partying, all that stuff. I mean, I did do a good amount of that, but I had so much more fire under my ass back.
Oh yeah, I peaked in my 20s too.
Oh God, yeah, 23, I guess, because that was it was the fruition. It was the end result of a lot of work because his 10th anniversary at Late Night, that's how long ago it was coming up, and it was a foregone conclusion that he was going to be the guy feature at Maxim. We were the same company, but stuff was a little more quirky.
Yeah.
It almost made fun of Maxim, but I started. I think I got a little trouble for this. I started independently getting a hold of the Conan people, and I just tried to explain to them how stuff was a better fit. It was more subversive, whatever. And then I sent Conan O'Brien. They used to make these cookies where you could give them images, and they would make the cookie exactly like the image.
Yeah.
And I gave them one, and they made a bouquet of the masturbating bear, a picture of Conan, coke-addicted werewolf, all the characters that they had, a lot of the people that are regulars on the show, and they made this giant cookie bouquet, and I sent it to Conan with a handwritten letter, and I got him. And he liked that. And Maxim, the people at Maxim were really pissed at me. And then, it was the one time when we had a photo shoot where, because a lot of the people and stuff were younger than me, where almost the entire staff went to go see the photo shoot. Because everyone worshipped him, He was at the height of his... It's not even culpa. It was really cute.
I like to imagine that Alyssa Milano's in the next room also for her shoot. And she's like, why is...
Oh, yeah, totally.
Going over to Conan's.
Well, also, again, we knew that she never waxed.
Happy trails, my friend.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, they were so already jaded by the hot babe photo. She didn't never go to that. Mm-hmm. But Conan O'Brien, every single person in the office came, just kind of watching. And then the photographer got mad because Conan, being the great guy that he is, was just sitting there talking, getting everyone's story. Wouldn't go back and do the shoot. Wanted to make everyone feel special, intern on up, and it was great. And then when I interviewed him, he let me go to the show, and then I got to stay, and everyone else left, and then I got to go behind the desk and follow him into his office.
Wow.
Yeah. So the long-winded way of saying I peaked at 23.
Yeah.
That was, they always say never meet your heroes, but that one, he was everything I wanted him to be. It was fun.
That's nice.
And now I'm a withered husk of a human being. Still alive. I don't know why either. No one does.
Well, sometimes people put withered husks on their front porch during the autumnal season, so you're still in demand in some ways.
I have a quick clip here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Thank you, guys.
This is the commercial. This should have been the commercial. Way cheaper than $100 million.
She gets us.
Sometimes you're feeling holy, and other times you are not.
Oh, man. After a long day of nunning, she gets a little cranky.
Yeah. Damn, Jesus was the original influencer?
Yep, that's the point.
Get out of town.
I will not get out of town, and this is a fact. According to Pew Research data, about 63% of American adults identified as Christian in 2022, down from 90% in the 1990s.
Wow.
Yikes. Younger adults in particular are driving this downturn, hence this campaign.
Jesus was canceled.
Yeah, that was one of them. They use a lot of the words.
Except, that minimizes what actually happened to Jesus.
I mean, he was canceled.
He was also murdered.
Canceled is another word.
He wasn't figuratively crucified like people
he was
now.
Actually
he
crucified.
He was literally crucified. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he was like, fuck y'all, I rose from the dead. You can't keep me down.
That's a direct quote, by the way.
Oh, man.
Well, what do you think? Is it going to reach the kids?
You know what? I might just pull a Joanne here.
Nice.
$100 million. You could have given that to the poor.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing spending all that money? If you're a good Christian, you would take that money and you would help those in need as Jesus did.
Well, it
He
gets
wasn't doing it for popularity. He was doing it to save.
that. She really is a Nunsuchinsky.
Thank you.
The head of it told Christianity Today that the campaign plans to invest $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Or maybe give some to me. I'm poor.
Well, and I
Jesus
saw
help the poor.
I saw, one tweet. I'm sure many people were tweeting this, and yet churches are still tax exempt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you have all of this money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the Mormons, there's a big scandal with the Mormons now that apparently they've been holding on to upwards of a couple billion that they've not been redistributing to, help people. So this whole tithing thing
Yeah.
is really helpful for someone who doesn't pay taxes.
And it's strange. I see other commercials, like we've seen commercials for cotton or
Look, the feel, the fabric of
Yes.
our lives.
Remember the commercials for milk back in the day?
Got milk?
And you
Sure
just
do.
think, do we have to advertise? Like, do we need to advertise cotton? It's in almost all clothing, unless you're rich and it's, cashmere. But milk, really, you have to advertise, but you have to advertise Jesus? You have to advertise religion? Like, that is the
I think you do
first
at this point.
glaring moment that something's wrong.
Well, I think if these numbers are to be believed, they do need to advertise.
Also, do you want someone to come to your religion, someone who's so easily swayed by a black and white commercial?
Those are usually the people.
I guess those are the people you want.
That's what you get.
There's a documentary about the Got Milk slogan where basically it came down to the government was financing too many milk farms. That's why there's cheese and everything too, and they just needed people to get on board with drinking milk again, so they were just dumping money into campaigns.
Oh.
And the solution to this $1 billion campaign was simply got milk.
Wow.
That's
And
one of
so,
those
like, they
dumb.
were-
That's
they-
one of those dumb programs that, like in the movie Dave, Kevin Kline movie that he got rid of. Like, so let me get this straight. We have a campaign for the car company for people that already own the cars to tell them to still be confident in these cars, and that was one of the things they got rid of so they could save some nice school.
And someone's watching this commercial and going, you know what? I haven't had a cold glass of milk in a while. Putting it on the grocery list. Yep, milk.
They went after the kids. So you would go to your mom and be like, I really want a glass of milk instead of I want orange juice, because it was all about the milk mustaches. They got all the celebrities to do it.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, and as I've recounted with my sad story of my brothers and I saving baby rabbits that my dog would
God.
kill the mom.
I'm sorry, you said saving? You murdered them.
We murdered them because we did not know, and there was no. Thanks, guys. There's too many of them. I'm the real hero. They're basically varmints, but we fed them through eyedroppers cow's milk, and of course after they kept slowly dying, we finally asked a vet, and he's like, "You can't feed cow's milk. You got to feed rabbits milk. You're giving them poison." We're the only mammals that drink another
I'm
animal's
sorry, but how do you milk a rabbit?
very carefully.